Testing, testing.
How's everyone doing today?
Thank God it's Monday.
Yep. Go.
You saw the email, Smarty, right?
No, no.
It's tax cert confirmation done.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I didn't see it.
Oh, Lydia and the other girl replied to me. Dana. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think you included me.
I sure. John, Lydia, Dana. 3:12 p.m., brother.
Nothing in my inbox.
Marty, it's Marty the realtor. It says it. I'm staring at it.
You can have to ask it up again, but I don't.
Did Linda, she did confirm though?
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
I got this right now. So.
All right, looks like we got critical mass. So, guys, just to let you know, last week went way too long, like the 4-hour meeting. What I want to try to do with these Monday, Wednesday, Fridays is limit them to 2 hours, so we're not lingering for like 4 hours. We broke a record last week. It was almost like 4.5 hours. So 2 hours, and I do have a hard stop at 6 because I got to get an offer in tonight, and I may get pulled out. And Tom, I'll let you lead if I have to step away. We're trying to close my big house tomorrow morning, and title is all over it. We got some remaining stuff. So if he calls me and needs to talk to me, I got to jump and take that call. So Tom, you take the ball if I step away. So first up is Tim.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Hey, did you find out anything yet on those links?
Yeah, so we're working on that. That's one thing I'm going to show you now is the links and some of the things that we're doing. We have a new unsubscribe capability that I'm going to introduce to you guys today. And Go High Level still has an open ticket, Tim, on why some of those people the links aren't showing. So I opened a ticket and they escalated to senior development. So I haven't heard back from the senior developers why, in your case, like when I do it, the links show up when we do a test, but you have sellers that are clicking and they're not the links aren't being followed.
So this is the other thing. I don't know if we need to have a special session on emails or if anybody else is having the kind of issue that I've been having. As you can see here, 48% going to spam and so forth. I cleaned up a lot of stuff, did
Yeah.
a lot of things, found a lot of things that I wasn't aware of and so forth. But I don't know if anyone else online has seen a significant drop. If I know that Google and Yahoo had that big change back in February, which sort of coincides with seeing this
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. The
Um,
big, the big thing, Tim, were you on Friday at the end when we were diving into my email and we were testing things,
yeah,
right? And with the unsubscribe and stuff, a lot of it is
yeah.
has to do with that. Like we weren't getting anything in the inbox. They were going to
Let
promotions.
me show you what I did. A really big deep dive with.
But the
Um,
spam is disturbing, like 48% going to spam. And by the way, just tell everybody what site you're on that gets that detail.
what's that?
Tell everybody what site you're using to get that detail.
That I use it. It's free. It's Warmy. There's a couple of them out there. This is WARMY. How I did it was I went into opened up an email from a template, and then when you send it to
Oh,
yourself,
hello.
they give you about um, 20 emails to send to. You can only do five at a time. So I just kept doing five at a time, 5 times till I got through all of them, and then it gives me this report. I also did another one that said the same thing. This one here. This is another one I tried out. Can't even remember who it is. Same thing. You plug all those in there, but spam, spam, spam. It's all telling me the same thing, and even Go High Level saying the same thing. To a certain degree, meaning that they don't tell you spam so much, but they just tell you how many were sent and how many were opened and clicked and so forth. And it's just been dismal for months.
Yeah.
So the things that I did, I'll just share with you real quick, and please anybody jump in that's got any different experience than me on this.
Yeah, I went through with ChatGPT yesterday and fixed up got one email going through, and I could share with you what we ended up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go through this real quick just to share
Yeah.
with with everybody, just what I did. Maybe it's close with what you did. Anyway, you can see emails are going up, going out, but nothing. Everything's flat. I've gone back to February is, I think, as far as I could really get on here. One of the things that came from ChatGPT recommendation was they keep talking about that we're using a shared mailgun reputation
Yeah.
and tracked links real high, as according to ChatGPT and HTML. So these are really high things, so I didn't know if I should turn these off or not.
Yeah, yeah. So
Tracking.
that's what everybody's finding, Tim, is we don't want any trackable stuff. We want to get our emails down to naked.
Uh,
Um, and at the end, in fact, we'll go through a couple examples. We'll use some of this time to give some best
Right.
practices on the emails, but turning those off is critical.
you know,
But also, we got rid of the unsubscribe link in what I'm going to give you guys because I redesigned it, so we won't get dinged for unsubscribe. And then and then this is something that I want to talk to the group about at large. I can sign up in the agency to have our own dedicated IP server basically for emails.
I'm in.
So I think we're going to want to do that.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Actually, that's probably not a good idea. The problem is if you have if you, if it's only our traffic and it's not going to have as much as authority as a shared from like Mailgun or whatever. If you talk to Mailgun, they're gonna say that you should use the shared unless you're sending huge amounts of email, which we're not.
Jonathan, let me ask you this, because according to what Chat, and I know ChatGPT isn't perfect, but according to what I keep getting every time I run it in there, it keeps coming back to this shared pool thing, meaning that, the low bucket volume, that, whatever the total is coming back is hurting us. So how do we verify that maybe this is not the case? I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of a catch-22. We have to have a shit ton of volume, and we have to be able to. You have to warm the IP just like you have to warm the.
Be starting from scratch.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
starting from scratch to warm the IP.
I'm starting from scratch right now.
Yeah, yeah.
but the
Uh,
but the problem is we don't.
Jonathan, from a volume perspective, with over 100 and some sub accounts sending, like I send on average about 10,000 emails a month. So if we have and a lot of you guys are doing the same when you look at your analytics. So we could be in the millions of emails going out a month, Jonathan.
And go high level. When you look on it, says 50,000 is the magic number to if you want to switch to a private.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll go into Go High Level Support and see if they can give me statistics for the agency, like across the board, how many emails are we sending out collectively as a group, to see if we'll qualify for, if it makes sense for a dedicated IP.
So one of the other things
As Jonathan said, we're going to take a little hit initially because we'll have to warm the IP. But Bob, I don't know if Bob is on. Bob, are you on?
I mean, it can't get any worse than what we're getting now. So, I mean, try it. If it don't work, we go back.
So another thing that I found, and maybe everybody else is already doing this, is that inside Go High Level, where did I put it? I'm sorry. Domain.
Tim, you need more
configuration.
tabs open.
What's that?
You need more tabs open. Come on, get with the program.
Oh, I can get a lot more. I got a whole other thing open. Anyway, under email services domain, I fixed all of these, made sure everything was correct. And then the other thing that I did was inside of Go High Level, there's Postmaster Tools. I connected there, and then I went into Postmaster Tools itself after I finished connecting to in Go High Level, and I went in here and I've got all my stuff. I got a whole bunch of others in here as well, under another email. And something that I noticed, because I did this like Friday, and I noticed that this email here, on Friday, I was down. You can see here, I was getting spam. I started out at 100, 2 months ago, and it kept getting worse, worse, and worse. And then on Friday, I changed everything. I added that Postmaster thing inside Go High Level, and then I went into Postmaster and I added every sub account that I had in there. And I've noticed with this one, my main one right here, now all of a sudden I'm not getting any spam.
You
I
mean
didn't know.
you're not getting dinged as sending spam, or you're not getting spam?
According to Instantly, where I'm warming the emails up, you can see it's all green. I started Friday going into that, and now again, it's only 3 days into it, but look, and I can tell you all the week. I wish I could go back further here. But it's been, I was down on here, I was down to almost 50%. And you can see when you get below 40%, they disconnect you on that one down here.
So,
This is good. This is improving since Friday, since I did all of this.
so I'm sorry, I missed the first couple of minutes. I logged in late. So this is a problem that you're having, Tim, or is this a problem that everybody in the group is having?
Well, I think a lot of people are having it. It's just that I've been doing a deep dive, and other people are going to jump in here in a minute. Like James has got some information for us.
So
I just kind of
I
started the conversation, and what you probably didn't hear is Smarty's got some changes for us to make, like with opt outs and things of that nature. So I'm just sharing what I've done and asking for
Okay.
feedback, what other people have done to just get us to that perfect, Zen moment of what we used to be before February.
mean, I'm getting like all of my domains except two are in the 90 plus, like two are at 99. Everything else is at 100% except for two being 85 and 89. I think those are related to the domain name though. We're
Yeah, that's a couple things that I found out too. It's like ChatGPT told me to do here originally for the default to put it, and it had me create one. It said bulk, and then when I reran it last night, it said don't use bulk. They clicked the word bulk, so I changed it to hello. You know,
Mhm.
I mean this stuff will make you nuts every time you try something. So like the bulk, see where it says bulk email domain? I changed it to hello. Where 4 days ago I had it at bulk and it was flagging it. I'm just
Yeah.
trying everything. So
Where are you? Trying to
what's
figure
that?
out how'd you get there. Email services.
Email services, and
And
then
then you click the dedicated domains,
post,
everybody,
yeah, over here.
dedicated domains, and then you have a tab up top called
This
domain
one right here.
configuration.
Okay. I've just got my
Make
two,
sure,
but
make sure every one of these, as far as I can tell, and what ChatGPT told me, just make sure every one of these is set up and dig into it. Dig into ChatGPT and just ask it. Well, I literally asked. I said, in Go High Level under dedicated domains, domain configuration, what should I do? And I went in and I created all these. I did all the DNS for them, did everything, and put them all in there. And then the other thing that I did was that I can't remember where it's at. I thought I had it saved. Um, okay, wait, just turn these off for anybody that's here. There's inside Go High Level. I can't remember if it's under domains. Um, manage maybe. No, it's the same place. Somewhere in here is a Postmaster tool.
Oh, that's in email. Postmaster is there.
It's
So
under
you go
email.
to email servers, services,
There it
and
is. Yeah,
Postmaster
there it
tools.
is right here.
Postmaster's right there. Yeah.
I added that, and so I put my main one in here, and I put all the others in there, and it kept giving me this word, support guide, support guide, support guide. So I ended up going to actual Postmaster tools and putting those all in here. And so here's format properties, all compliant. So you can go through like, here's campaigns, all compliant, meets everything and so forth as much as I can understand. And then you can go through and get some spam feedback. I really don't have anything in here to get it yet.
Yeah, because you haven't been using that email.
It's only been a few days and it's not picking it up there. But these are all the things that I've done.
Yeah.
Share and And then the other thing, I don't know, Smarty, I sent this to you a few days ago. I don't know if you had a chance to really think about it, but the other thing that um, the Chat GPT told me, and I'll show you here, is in
The DNS.
yeah. So when Go High Level sets you up and you're doing all of your, let me see, where would that be? Where would that be, Smart? I can't remember. When you
Oh,
set,
it's in email servers. Go back to your email, dedicated domains. So just go back into email, go to dedicated domains, and then hit the three dots on one of your emails. And then you can say verify.
there you go. Thank you. So when you verify it, it's doing, where's it at? So it says email.hello on here, but then when it does, if you do it automatically, it comes out as, see here, like email to. And ChatGPT was trying to find the regular one, which would just be email dot at my website and stuff. So what I started doing doesn't make a difference if you add it in there or not. I just started doing it. So whenever it does, like you can see here,
Yeah, so you
like
have campaigns, bulk, email.
yeah. So whenever it gave me an email dot campaigns, then I would do one that just says campaigns dot on my main ones and so forth. I don't know. Again, ChatGPT said that it couldn't find it and all this other stuff, so I did it. And you don't hurt yourself by doing it, as far as
Yeah. Now, if you do easy DMARC, are you getting a 6 out of 10 at least? Is it recognizing all the email and
yeah. That's like I said, and Postmaster Tools has given me,
you're getting green?
green
Yeah.
all the way down on everything now. I
Yeah.
don't have I don't have anything. Everything is
So
perfect as
it's
far as
coming
all
down
this.
now that you have all this, Tim. It's really coming down to we got to use ChatGPT all over again and really rewrite like what we talked about on Friday. And I'll show you the unsubscribe that I built for everybody. Start using the new unsubscribe, build new content and email, and see if we can start landing in inboxes with the content we have. And we're stripping out all the other stuff in the email, Tim. So there's no other code in email. We got rid of the logos,
Yeah,
stuff in there.
I got a question on that one, just real quick. So this one I ran through ChatGPT. I got rid of the button, and I just
But
made
it's
it.
the image is hurting you. So we got
Well, ChatGPT said that if it was a certain size and everything else, that it wouldn't be an issue. So that's where I wasn't sure about. So,
yeah.
but I started doing every other one. One had it, one didn't. One had it, didn't. I just, I didn't know if that would eventually.
Yeah. What we decided, in fact, what I'll do is I'll show you what I did for the unsubscribe. But what we did before is I copy that email, just the email itself, don't everything else. Copy that and then go back. And then what Jonathan and I did on Friday at the end to get it in the inbox is hit the back button. We're going to create a brand new template
Yep, that's what I had to do.
and then say new, a blank template. And then use the plain text editor, not the design editor. We were using the design editor, guys, that put extra code in the box. So this is a naked email. And then I have a new unsubscribe link that I'm going to share with everybody that we put at the bottom that's not really an unsubscribe. It sends them to your website and they just click a button to confirm and they're done.
I guess it doesn't like me today.
It can be slow.
Yeah. James, did you do something similar?
Yeah, definitely plain text editor. And
Plain
then
text editor.
if you want, I can show you what mine looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to do that because mine's, I don't know, I can't get into it right now for some reason.
Yeah. Why don't you share, James, and we'll look at the work you did.
Okay. That's it. You can see my screen.
Sorry, while they're loading up, based off what y'all are saying, I'm wondering if I need to get rid of my business name of teamhaygetsitsold.com, if that's why I'm getting hammered with instantly, and go to Team Hague instead.
It could be because that one of
Yeah,
the
the
things,
sold would be a
bigger words are coming up, you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting dinged for that. So I'm gonna have to go in and change all the things I've signed up for with that and move it over and just open up a new Google Workspace account with that.
Yeah, because you have
Crap.
sold with Team Hague, right?
Yeah, I got and crap. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. I got to change the domain on the website and everything else too. But that's simple to do.
Simple but ugly.
Could this
Smarty,
just
how ugly is it to change it when I bring that domain in? Can I just assign it and the
Oh, you
web
just
page is
it's real
automatic?
easy in the CRM. You can swap the domain anytime you want in the CRM. You just go to sites and settings and you pick
Okay.
a different domain and publish and you're done.
Because I'm not happy. I was literally
Yeah,
going
well-
to ask you about going to Gmail rather than what I'm doing because I'm just not getting any results from the crap we're sending out here.
Yeah.
Yes, Jonathan?
You shouldn't use Gmail one. You're going to suspend your account if you do. The thing is your main website can be on Team Hay Gets It Sold or whatever the current domain is. What I would do is if you are sending landing pages, put those landing pages on the new domain that you create that doesn't have the word sold in it.
Well, Jonathan, I literally just started with that name recently, so there's not a whole lot of traction there. So I have nothing to lose by getting rid of it. I've used Team Hague for forever.
Okay, well,
And it's short and easier to type.
If you don't have any backlinks or anything, and it's not going to benefit you, I mean, you could just switch out the domain. But if you were wanting to save that, I mean, it's your call. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you could have a separate website with just your landing pages.
I'll probably reach out to you later. You and I can have a one-on-one discussion with this.
Yeah,
I'll pick your brain if you don't mind.
that's fine.
Want me to point out some of these things in
Yeah.
here?
So James, why don't you go through now?
So still have the trigger link here for their first name. What I've done, my subject line, you can't see it here, right? But what I've been doing is I put RE colon, like it's a reply in the subject line. So it looks like I'm replying back or they replied back to me, even if it's the first cold email. And sometimes that will show up like in Mac Mail, it strips that out, but apparently in other mail programs, it'll keep that. So that's the first thing. And then we kind of added this. Did you see my earlier email?
James, all we're seeing is your action plan.
right? Yeah, we don't see any email.
Oh, hold on. That would help. Let's see. Here we go.
I see Ross is on. Welcome, Ross, to the group.
There we go. All right, so back to this. So, yeah, just did you see my earlier email? Keeping it really like conversational and as short as possible. So, and then as far as like before I had a button in there, right? Got rid of the button. And typically what I'll do if I hyperlink text, I'll be like all caps, click here and highlight that. It's like, nope, that'll get you flagged. So that's why I've got like a string of kind of more conversational things for my links, like check it out here. And this actually, I've got 2 links in here, which isn't the best, but it did land in my inbox. So this is for my FSBO site. This goes to my landing page for my free products. The other one goes to like my main FSBO site. The rest of the emails are gonna probably just have one link. And then just keep this real simple. Got rid of the other stuff that pulls like dates and whatnot. And then just have the unsubscribe, which I think this is the trigger link.
Yeah, so this is going back to bare bones email marketing, guys. Like the more conversational and just plain text you are, instead of having these fancy emails with images at the top and fancy signatures on the bottom and buttons and all the fancy stuff we do as marketers. That's actually hurting us in email marketing because the carriers are getting smarter. Gmail, AOL, Yahoo, and they're saying, hey, they now have promotional folders. and other folders. So they're saying this email from Ross is coming in. This belongs in the promotions tab of Gmail. So it's never even landing in the inbox. So the more
Smarty, I hate broaching this, but are you going to push a new snapshot with the updated emails for us then?
that's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about to see if it's something you want our team to
Probably
do.
a pretty good idea.
If you're all AI certified, do you want to put your own, tone to each email?
Like all the campaigns, or what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anything with
recommend-
emails, James, is what we're talking about, because all of our emails right now are done in HTML. And that's what everyone is saying we're getting dinged for, is having the HTML and the links and everything else. So I've gotten rid of all my images. All that's gone. I've done every bit of that.
Yeah.
But I'm still getting crap for results from email.
Yeah.
I'm game.
Yeah, so I'm happy to do it if you guys want us to take on a project. There's 350 emails, so it may take me the whole month of May before I get it to you guys.
Yeah.
We got to rewrite 350 emails. And before I do it, I'm going to be testing every one with ChatGPT and, run it until it goes in the inbox. So I may be running each one for like a half hour. So that's a big time investment, with the team. But yeah, happy to do that for everybody. We'll do a version 6.
So Smarty, is this the right trigger link for my unsubscriber? Is there a new one you're talking about?
So I have the new one that I just built. That's the old one, right? Or that's the one that from Go High Level, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I ended up. Let me tell you the what I worked on since Friday's call. Let me share my screen. And I'll show everybody what I did, and then I can put that in everybody's account, as a new way to do unsubscribes. So we were getting dinged on Friday. We learned that having that unsubscribe was actually hurting us in the bottom of the email, but we need to be compliant because we still have to have an unsubscribe in our emails. So what I did here, let me just take you through. I'll take you through the back end, and then we'll look at some front end stuff. So in Sites over the weekend, I built a unsubscribe form, and I basically built it just like. Pretty much just like mail. Remember how we were testing on Friday? It's mail guns pop up and it had radio buttons say, "Please tell us why you are unsubscribing," right? And then they're unsubscribed. So, but I had some fun with ChatGPT. So I said, make it like lighthearted when they want to unsubscribe. Don't be like formal, like whatever. So I said, if you have a second, we'd love to know why you decided to leave. I'm moving on. No more emails, please. These emails don't align with what I'm looking for. I'm getting too many emails. My inbox is on detox, and I don't remember signing up. Oops, right? And then a message. So I just made like a fun, form they'll fill out, when they go to unsubscribe from the email. But what I did was that was step 1. And then step 2 was I put that form on a new page on my website. So if I go to Smarty the Realtor, let me go to me. So now that I have the form, I put the form on my website itself. Right here. Let it fill. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is on a Smarty the Realtor unsubscribe page. And I deliberately took off the menu header and the footer. And it's just basically the form. So from the email, when they click on unsubscribe, they'll be brought to this page. And they can just pick what they want. But you'll notice here, look, it automatically pulled in their email. So I used, Jonathan, what we were talking about is in the email, in the tags, I now pass in the person's email from the email itself. So when they're in Gmail and they hit the unsubscribe button, whatever email that is, that'll pass into the form and they're just confirming and then hit yes, unsubscribe.
Would you have a separate one for our FISBO sites, Smarty?
Well, it's just one unsubscribe. You could put it anywhere
Just
you want.
to-
Yeah, anywhere you
okay.
want. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Right. So that's there. So then that was step 2. And then step 3 was in marketing. I built a trigger link called.
Smarty, while you're opening that, do we run any risk of changing that unsubscribe of being shut down by the email gods?
No, because we're doing it exactly like the email guides want. Like if
Got it.
if you click on one now on yours right now, it's going to a website where it says you're successful. You know, why'd you cancel? Right. So we're doing the same thing. So I
Got it.
don't see we're doing anything in violation. We're just directing them to our site to unsubscribe.
So in the unsubscribe button in the email, there in the URL, you're passing the email address in as a variable.
Yeah. See how the URL is formed.
Oh, there you go.
I pass in the contact ID and the email, contact's email. So
And that feeds the form.
Hang
Yeah.
on a sec. My seller's calling me. Hey, guys.
So that feeds the form.
Yeah, I just want to get this done one time where we don't have to keep messing with this crap.
Right. And then I can finish. So what he created this trigger link, and because of this trigger link, now he's got an automation that's going to watch for this trigger link being executed. And then we go in and hit the DND as an automation in the for that user.
Got it.
Only email, right? Because they only subscribe from email. So
Alan or Jonathan, is there a chance, since it's not a single button unsubscribe, that we would have a problem with it since it's a 2-step?
We're both running around.
I don't understand what your question is.
Okay. When they click the unsubscribe button in the email,
Right.
they have to go to the landing page and then click a second time to unsubscribe. Is that going to be considered a penalty because it's not a single button unsubscribe?
No, I've spent a lot of time lately unsubscribing so I can get my box cleaned up, and 80-90% of them are double clicks like that.
Yep.
But just remove some of the text on there on the text message itself. Is that what the benefit is to this?
Say that again, John.
So it's just what we're talking about. It's just removing some of the text that's on the unsubscribed text on the text message. Is that what the benefit is?
Oh, this is email.
This is email.
It's all email, John.
No, but I think the benefit is the way that the other one was. It was like an in window, so I had more code for the unsubscribe versus just a hyperlink to another site, which is what
That's right.
is. This won't be
Yeah.
flagged.
It gets accepted into the inbox easier with that less code.
Yeah,
So
left code.
I have a domain name. AJ's on here too. I think one of them is exploreselleroptions.com. Is that going to get flagged because it says seller in there? Anybody got any idea on that?
Don't know, but probably ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, just talk to ChatGPT, John. Have a conversation.
So Smarty, your trigger link is triggering an automation to do a DND for email for that
Yep.
user.
Yeah, so this is step 4, right? And then the last step in the automation was I built automation. So in automation, in workflow, unsubscribe, I had a new email unsubscribe button or automation. So when they complete the form, which is the mail unsubscribe, I was just doing a test just to make sure I got it. I said, hey, this person unsubscribed, but I DND them.
For email only.
For email only.
Yeah.
Right. So now that from the email, you just put that trigger link in the email in a hyperlink. So to show you like what you'll do, let me save this. Actually, let me get rid of this. That was just for testing. So in marketing, All I'm going to do is in the, like James, when you did the hyperlink on the words, right, to send them to a site at the bottom, when you say, if you no longer want my emails, you're just going to put that trigger link in. So we're going to do like new blank template, hit the text editor.
Smarty, does the AI there help you write it that's now on the template?
Yeah, I can come right here. So generate with AI, improve writing, spelling checks, right? So I say generate.
I would just use
And-
ChatGPT because that's going to ding you like every time.
Yeah, we're paying for this. This is the AI assistant, correct?
Yeah, this is the AI assistant.
Got it.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to use just naked ChatGPT because I pay for it anyway.
Smarty, want Merlin run on this page too? Which you don't pay extra for?
No, this is ChatGPT. I mean, Go High Level's AI assistant.
I'm saying, can you not get Merlin to run on the same page on your computer?
I don't know if you could, because
It doesn't have the little widget.
Yeah, the widget's not there, like to run it, like to build it inside of Go High Level.
Do you have Merlin running full time right now?
Yeah, but that's for Gmail.
Merlin can go almost anywhere, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you could try it. I don't know. Yeah, so basically all we're going to do is when we have words, like you don't want to unsubscribe here, we're just going to highlight that and go to
The double paper clip.
right here. And we're going to click this guy and we're going to say trigger links and we're going to just unsubscribe, grab the unsubscribe link.
You tested it with the trigger link and it worked?
Yep. Yeah, I tested a lot on Sunday. They were going to the inbox.
When you create a new template like this, do you have to change the automation?
Yeah, everything's going to have to be updated. So it's going to be a V6 that includes 350 new emails and then all new automations.
Are you going to roll it out all at one time, or would you do it like, okay, we'll do expireds first. Now we're doing FISBOs.
That's a good idea, Tim, why don't we do it that way? Because that way you guys will see it sooner than later. Like if we prioritize as a group, because I don't think you guys are doing 55 and overs and some of the other advanced
sellers first.
And
divorce. Plus, we'll be testing it along the way too. So if there's any bugs, we'll report them.
Yeah. So why don't I, for Friday, I'll get the, what do you guys think? Expireds first? Because that's a big bulk of our business.
That's a great one to start with, Smarty. Even if you don't push it, if you just give us the scripts that we can copy, anything would be helpful.
Yeah.
But don't forget, you got to change the automation too.
Yeah, I'm going to just give you a whole pack, a V6 pack, Campbell. That'll be 12 emails and a new automation that's pointing to those 12 emails.
Smarty, we love you. You're an amazing human being with what you do. You really are.
So thank you. And James, thank you for your James just get me a stellar 5-star review. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I meant to.
So if we're going to send out emails, we need to wait for this version 6 is what you're saying to get a better response rate.
Yeah. So right now, John, because all the emails we're using the HTML template inside of Go High Level and we have an image at the top and buttons in a lot of those emails, we're getting dinged on it on email delivery.
Okay. Cause we're going to send out like 12,000 of them over a drip.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll just wait till Friday.
Yeah, wait. So I'll do expireds first, and then we'll just start ticking off the campaigns. So if we look at the campaigns, I don't want to do that. Let me go here.
Are expired and canceled on the same?
No, I have a separate, I in version 5, I separated out expireds by itself. So that's the bulk of my leads for my plus leads is expireds. We have FISBOs, but like empty nesters, downsizers, divorce, like the courthouse, some of those could be lower priority, in my opinion. And then
Well, I think your
like
sheet's telling you
luxury.
what order to go.
So I think we do like motivated sellers, pre-foreclosures, and expired. So if I can get those 3 knocked out, that's the bulk of our seller marketing.
Great starting place.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Wouldn't the motivated sellers be like tired landlords or something, or you have separate?
Oh yeah. Exactly, Kathy. So these are people that have HOA liens, withdrawals, code violations,
Withdrawn is the
cancellations,
big category for that.
tax liens.
Okay.
Right. These are all motivated.
Because I have in my Zudelio account, I have over 500 tired landlords and probate leads.
Yep.
Then I need to plug them in.
So tired landlords is different. So I have a whole tired landlord campaign.
Okay.
So in here, there should be a tired landlord, but guy, absentee owner.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the one you'll use. That's another one I'll do too. So if we do absentee owner, expired, FISBO, and motivated seller, those 4, I'll work to get those done before Friday and in everybody's account. So that way on version 6, we can start sending them out there. So in summary though, so everybody knows what we're going to do is we're not doing any fancy emails. It's going to be bare bones. It's going to be a conversation with the person, not a marketing, hey, we got great offers, with a lot of emojis and stuff. So I'll work with ChatGPT to come up with the best conversational to get the same message. And we'll use hyperlinks to the trigger links for the cash offers and the home values. And then we'll use the new unsubscribe for the unsubscribe. Does that make sense for everybody? Does that everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely mine.
I was thinking about using some kind of another source to get some of those other leads that we're talking about there. Do you guys have any recommendations? I was thinking about using she can think of the name of the company right here. Batch leads to get like pre-foreclosures and tax liens and all that stuff. Do you guys have better sources than that?
My plus leads for pre-foreclosures.
Well, but they don't have the other ones. The batch leads you can stack like 146 different filters.
Or prop stream.
Well, there's one that's coming.
Yep.
Smarty leads.
Yep.
Smarty leads.
So Smarty, with just to kind of summarize here, so all the stuff that we just talked about doing on our own, running everything ChatGPT and adding the new unsubscribe button, we're not going to do that now. You're going to take care of that.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'll do a version 6 and we'll that's a good suggestion, Tim. Instead of waiting until the end of May to get the whole version 6 out to you, we'll do it in piecemeal by type of seller, and then we'll move. There's a couple of the buyer ones.
So what Smarty,
obviously all the buyer or the seller campaigns, which are the monthly, your home value. I'm going to work on those as well because they're critical as well.
Yeah.
When does Smarty leads come out?
So everybody's asking, just stand by. Jonathan, and we got some API discussions going on.
I just put in the chat, this guy, Achita, I don't know where he gets his leads from, but they're just as good as all the other places I've bought from, but they're tons cheaper.
Yep.
You said
batch leads is like $100 a month.
There's also a company called Kind, Kind. That's a skip tracing company that's pretty good for 3 cents. While you wait.
What'd you say, Sue, about the company that you mentioned? What's the name of it?
I put it in the chat. That's his email. That's his website. I mean, I was paying for divorce leads from another source. And when I tried to quit them, I had to pay for another month. And they were the exact same leads that this guy gave me, but they were tons cheaper. I mean,
yeah.
You're talking about real supermarket is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, Smarty, Mohammed here.
Hey, Mohammed.
Hey, Smarty, can you check my account? Looks like
I got your message. I'll do that tonight after I get off this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And also check the subscription because I think I was charged 150 about, and previously it was less than that.
Yeah,
So let me
I'll
just
check. I'll check your account when we're done here.
Okay.
I'll text you.
And one more thing, like if people are looking for, I know the getting a lead is different thing, but once you have the name, you can still use RPR to find the foreclosure properties. And in order to check the name of the owner, you can use Forewarn app. I don't know if you guys have access to it, but we do have in our MLS. There you get the exact accurate phone number of the person whom you're looking for.
Yeah, what site's that you're using, Mohammed?
Yeah, so let me show you.
Forewarn?
You're talking about Forewarn?
Forewarn, yeah.
Yeah.
We should all have access to RPR and
Yeah,
Forewarn,
RPR
right?
gives us Forewarn.
So you have access, everybody has access, right?
Yeah.
So use that feature. Like there is a feature in Forewarn which is search by name. So you can search by name and it will give you exact same number. Let me quickly show you if you have not seen this before. Again, it's trying to.
Will tell you that when they offered Forewarn with our MLS, which they still have, the training class we went through encouraged you to not use it just to check up on people. They want you only using it on people that you're actually going out with, because they said we could potentially lose access to that service if we use it too much. Don't know if that was, I don't know if that was a dog whistle they were blowing or what, but they specifically said that in that class.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So yeah, here, right? Like if I want to just, and I just know that if you are in Pennsylvania, I'll just make a search and it will get me the all John Smart. Again, I can make a more closer search, but like based on the location, I'll get all the details.
They're all impersonators.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this you?
Johnny.
Is this you?
Yeah,
Jay?
Johnny.
Oh, so you have hidden your phone records?
Oh, yeah.
Not good for a realtor.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel good. There was no criminal records, so
No criminal
Oh, yes.
records. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's hiding his phone number. What else is he hiding?
Yeah, he hid those too. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So like this is a gold mine. If you see that, you
Yeah.
will not just see the address history, phone record history, property records, everything, criminal
Yeah.
records. Anyway, that's meant for that.
Yeah.
But this has been very helpful to me.
Yeah, to find people. Yeah,
Yes.
I do the same in a find type situation. If I want to find somebody's number because I only have their email, I want to call them.
Yeah.
I use Spokio every single day as
Yeah.
leads come in.
What's that?
Chris, do you have a
Spokio, Spokeo. Our brokerage gives it to us for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chris? Chris, are you there? We don't hear you.
Hey, Smarty, one other thought when you're going through ChatGPT with the email, you can also, like what I did yesterday, was I went, of course, went in my spam folder, but I actually copied the email code and then asked ChatGPT to,
Yeah, that's what I do. I copy the code and I put it in.
Okay.
And then it says rewrite it this way. And then I put it in. I go, no, that landed in promotions. Do it again. Do it again. Like sometimes I have to have it right 5 times and it finally gets the magic formula to land in the inbox. Going once, Chris, going twice. Kathy.
I'm still in the process of setting up and I'm at the stage of adding my iBuyers. One thing I want to do is move my iList over.
Yeah.
Okay. But in the meantime, it said to set up, there should be a cash offer or iBuyer tab, and there's not.
iBuyer tab. You mean a page on your website?
No, not, well, I'm not sure. In the video that it said something about, there would be something to set up for the iBuyers.
So in iList, there's training on iList to set it up. You're basically, you have to update two custom values. And then
Okay.
you're going to make the changes on your website to use the new URL for your home values widgets and your cash offers.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I just
let's move you over, and I can do a Zoom with you real quick. We can get you set up, and it takes 2 seconds. We just go to iList and we grab the new codes and we put them in the 2 custom values, and then for your website, we'll update that to make that work.
Okay. And then the other thing too is, since we did the verification, they had to send in the letter.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take to get verified? Do you know?
So I talked to the phone people on Friday, not specifically on your account, because we submitted, when you gave it to me, what was Thursday or whatever, we submitted it.
Yeah.
They always warned me. They said this could take 10 days to 2 weeks.
Oh, goodness.
But they also told me on Friday, they said, we're trying to speed everything up. So, there's such a backlog in the United States of everybody, because they made this rule now nationwide for everybody, not just our CRM, but it's a national rule. So the auditors that are going through this, there's a backlog to get everybody view.
Okay. So in the meantime, will this affect email campaigns?
Nope. You're good to go to email. You can do all your emails. You just can't send text right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can also make phone calls.
You moved over. I send an email over to Joe. We get that initiated. So after this, I'll shoot something to you, Kathy, and we'll get you set up.
Okay, thanks.
You can make phone calls too. And phone calls aren't blocked, just texting.
Yeah, just the texting.
Okay.
You can make outbound calls.
Okay.
Mike?
Yeah, so I'm trying to bring all of my fellow and my Zoodelia leads over. And how do I get them on? So they've been on the home value drip with them.
Yeah.
How do I set that up on?
Yeah. So in the course, what you're going to want to do, Mike, is the first thing that make sure you have is you're going to create your 3 smart lists.
Okay.
And that's something that, just so everybody knows, that's something like a JP can't do for you, because smart lists are based on each user logging in. So JP has his smart list. When you log in, you won't see his. You have to build yours. So I have a video that shows the 3 smart lists you should create. So Mike, in summary, 1 for sellers, 1 for buyers, and then 1 for your newsletters. And your newsletter can be both buyers and sellers, right? So you get those. The first step is get the 3 smart lists set up. And then the next video you're going to watch is the seller campaign in the course. It basically in fact, what I'll do is don't do anything, because they're ones I'm going to rewrite this week for Friday. But basically, Mike, you go into the email campaign, and I walk you through it in the training video. But you just go to email campaign. You say create a new campaign for January. You pick the January campaign. You pick the day in January you want it to go out. You pick your smart list and a few other things, and then you save. And then you do February, and there's 12 of them. So you want to do the 12 months of the year. So that's the home value one. So every month they're going to get an email with, hey, but it's theme based. So like May's on Mother's Day, like your mom knows best, what your house value is. So it'll have like that kind of a ring to it.
Okay.
So that'll be comparable to the home value.
Okay.
And then based on what the seller is, you could then tag them to go into specific automations, which are the other side of it, the regular automation. So if they're expired or FSBO or pre-foreclosure or like
that tag chart is all up on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you said don't do this until after Friday.
Yeah, I would wait till Friday to do your campaigns. Like you could load all your data in.
Yeah.
But hold off putting them on a campaign until I give you the new set, because we're going to try to make those land in the inbox with what we're talking about.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. James?
I am getting all my instantly stuff going through the lead connector, all those fake ones, and I cannot figure out how to stop it. I'm like, my phone's blowing up.
Oh, you mean, all the leads coming in. Did you write that workflow that kills the leads coming in?
Yeah, I thought so.
So, well, if just so you know, like anytime you set up a new one on Instantly, it comes up with a new code, and that doesn't necessarily match your workflow that you may have built before. So here's a tip, guys. I found out this weekend you could do it in Instantly. Is I changed the words instead of having those like 5-letter words that don't mean anything when you get those emails. I put smart warm as the word. And I made all my emails, all my different emails and Instantly the same word. So now it's easy for me to, in Gmail, to do a rule to put them in a folder. And then inside of Go High Level, my automation looks for that word to kill them.
Smarty, FYI, your Instantly account only uses one code for every account, every email you put in there. They have one code that goes across all of them. There'll be a secondary code that goes with just that account, but the one master code is for everyone you add in there.
Yeah. So in addition to the one they do, you have ability to do the second ones. That's where I do smart home. So everyone I get is smart home. And then I key off of that in the automations and a rule in Gmail.
Yeah, I noticed that the workflow keeps it out of my email box, but I put Lead Connector on my phone and it still gets into Lead Connector.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because Lead Connector is the problem is Lead Connector is just looking at all communication.
I've got that right code in there in that workflow. I don't know, like
tell myself one thing.
Can you show the end of that workflow right quick?
Yeah, 1 second, guys. My seller's having a coronary.
I can share mine.
For his girlfriend? No. Is that for your sister or his girlfriend?
Sister. Okay. No, that's my brother. I bought it.
Huh?
My brother bought it for her.
What did somebody wanted to see something on here?
Yeah, me, James. So you go, go to the bottom one. How do you delete it? What are you doing right there?
Delete contact.
How are you locating it? So you add the tag instantly when it comes in and you're just deleting it from that tag? Okay, I see.
Yeah, see there. So you're using what's called, is that Rory?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rory, what you do is that the trigger on your automation should be when the customer replied. And then what you do is you say reply channel equals email, and then you say contains phrase, and then you put your code in for instantly. So then,
Rory, will you add that company that you were doing the email stuff with? I never got into the chat. I'd love to see who they are.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Wasn't you that was saying that there was a company that was it you or someone else that was saying a company that they were using that was checking their email out for them?
No, it wasn't me.
I started by saying I was testing using Warmy, which someone put a link in there in the top on the chat. WARMI.
Yeah, put that one in there that you're using. I'd like to take a look at it.
It's in there in the top from Sue.
Yeah, I'm hoping Go High Level, everybody has
Got it.
the same level of reporting, because that Warmly is nice because it says how many went into promotions, how many went into spam.
Yeah, you can use it free too for that part of it.
Yeah.
So, Smarty, one question. How do you deal with spam phone calls?
So spam phone calls, Jeff, are you still there? So what we're doing is Jeff and I, we started setting up IVR, Mohammed, and that's how you eliminate the spams.
Oh, okay.
So we set up and you have it in your system. It's called the IVR flow. You just have to configure it. It's turned off by design until you set it up. So, hey, Jeff, are you there? I don't know if he's
Marty, is this is set up then, right?
Yeah.
Go back, James, right quick. So you go. Okay, so you add the instantly tag. That's what I was missing right there.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't
delete the tag.
You don't have to have a tag unless you want it.
Well, I couldn't figure out how to delete them.
Yeah, it's the next one. So in Rory, there's a step in the workflow that's called delete contact.
Yeah, but I couldn't figure out how to identify it with that tag, with that instantly code.
Yeah, that's
Tell
the trigger that we
them
just
where it
showed
is.
you. So
Tell
it's customer replied. It's all based on that trigger.
Yeah,
So
the trigger, the top bottom.
the top
bottom.
box. So customer replies on email and it contains the phrase, and you put your code in that you're getting from your instantly emails.
Yeah, I got that far.
And this is all you do. Then just
That's all you
delete
do, Roy, and it does it. So it's going to identify when leads come in. If it has that, it's an instantly person, and then it deletes them.
And you can customize it with what Smarty was just saying is instead of using that tag it's in there, you can customize it inside instantly and then use that here.
Well,
Yeah,
the
but
thing
he's
about
able to. Yeah, but you're able to delete it because it has that instantly tag on it now.
No, the tag
trigger.
has nothing to do with it, Roy. In fact, James could delete that tag. It has
Because-
nothing to do with it.
It has no value. You're going to delete it in 2 seconds after
Yeah,
the
you
wait.
could just delete that, James, because you don't need a tag because it's deleted. So
Yeah.
and you really don't need to wait if you want. You could just delete them immediately. So you could literally just when they come in, you get rid of the delete and the tag, and they come in, they're deleted. They come in, they're deleted.
So get rid of the wait and the tag.
Yep. Yeah, because
All
there's
right.
no value to them.
Cool. And maybe it might be a timing thing like ChatGPT was like, oh, well, they're going
Well,
right
you got,
into
the
connector.
wait was probably around giving instantly enough time to do its thing with that email that it sent you to verify it.
Yeah, that's true, Al. So yeah, the wait's not bad to leave it in there just in case instantly needs to do something on the send. But the tag doesn't
Where'd
mean
it go?
anything.
So if we don't do anything, it's okay. You're just trying to clean up the email box.
Your database. Because if you use Instantly, John, you're going to get I get about 100 new contacts in my CRM every day from Instantly. Because I have all these emails that are sending 30 each.
So if it puts them if it assigns them to a campaign that's going to hurt you or something because it doesn't respond properly, or
Well, they're not real people. It's not a human.
Okay.
It's just garbage in your box and more mess for you to see through.
Yeah.
Noise. There's noise.
So getting rid of this wait thing.
No, Alan said let's leave it in there because in case Instantly needs to do something. So you just wait a little bit and then you delete them.
So why is it hitting lead connector?
Because it's sitting there for 15 minutes before it deletes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking maybe I shorten it up or delete it.
Yeah, you can shoot it up to a minute or so, but it's still going to be lead connector is still going to see it while it's in that wait.
Even if we totally delete this wait period, it's still
we don't
probably
know
popular.
what instantly it put the email there for a reason. So it's going to go check or do something with that data. So you want to give it time to do that.
Yeah, maybe just do a minute or two or 3 minutes or whatever. What do you have it on now?
16.
Don't delete it. Just click on the wait. Click on the wait. Click on it.
Come on. There we go. 15 minutes.
So bring it down to 5 or
Take it
so.
to 5, yeah.
5 minutes or so.
Okay. We'll try that. Cool.
Yeah, but it will show up in
Does it
Instantly
say?
because Instantly that's how it does its thing because it's seeing did the email get delivered and it's doing its scoring.
Yeah.
So if you delete
Cool.
it too soon, it may be like, hey, what happened to it? I sent it. It's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike?
Yeah, I'm sorry. These are like beginner questions, but
That's all right. That's what these are for.
So, I had been with 2 other Go high level people and I got all kinds of crap in I got tags coming out of my kazoo. I got different custom fields. Like, do you have a list of what your system needs in regards to the tags and custom fields so I can get rid of the rest of the shit?
So the tags are in the chart I gave you.
So that chart, I saw that chart.
That chart is like the main tags that run the system.
Okay.
And then but custom fields, we have a ton of we're over customed as well. The bigger thing, and this is another project of mine for everybody, probably second half of the year, not first half, because it's going to be surgical. Because Mike's going to go through it painfully with what you want to do, right? You got to say, all right, this one's not used. This is an old one.
Yeah.
Delete it. So you can delete custom fields, but what my goal is this year is to get 80% of the fields that are on the contact off the contact record and put them in their own property object. So all about the house and all that stuff. But it's gonna be like root canal when we do it, because I'm gonna have to build all new custom fields for the property, and then write some kind of workflow to populate the property from the contact, and then we're all gonna have to go in and delete the 80 fields that are on the contact record.
Because what I'm trying to do is like, so my partner, she just deals with the senior space. So when she goes in, like I got a stack of cards here. When she goes in, she's putting in, it's just business information. So it's company, there's no like, and I noticed that the property information is the same. Like it's not separate. It would be nice if I could just say, this is the only area that you need to deal with. Fill that information out.
Yeah.
Can that be set up?
We want to get to the point where it's just every house has all the details about the house in one place in the menu, and the house is associated to a contact. So when you go to a contact, you may have a contact that has 2 houses, or I have a guy that has 62 houses now. So he's like, Smarty, can you help me sell these? Right. So that's the ultimate goal, because the address is only one address set per contact. So you really can't track that.
For his question, though, he could create her as a user and assign her those addresses that she needs access to.
Oh yeah. If it's more of an access discussion, Mike, inside of Go Ahead.
No, it's not. It's not access. She has access to everything, but she's like, God, I got to go through all this shit to get that's all real estate related to get to just what she needs, which is like for instance.
So the one thing you wanted, everybody should use this feature. So when you open up the contact record, it's sticky too, by the way. There's a checkbox at the top of the contact, Mike, that says hide empty fields. So when you click on that, it just shrinks all the fields just to those that have values.
Here, I've made some changes. Let me show you this. You'll appreciate this. I've changed the contact record, and I'll show you not with the field, and just the placement of them. Let's go to settings.
Smarty, while he's doing that, remember, tags are shared with your whole entire team.
Yeah.
Most of us did not create them. There are 400 plus tags that are in there. So people need to realize, don't go in and monkey around. You can add tags that you need, but you might want to set it so we can't delete the tags that you put in there, Smarty.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that ability in Go High Level to
I would talk to GHL to make sure people cannot screw you up by getting rid of tags that you need.
So here's what I've done. I've rearranged the fields. Now I did not delete Smarty's fields. I made a folder called John's contact fields, and I moved them into there. They're fields that are helpful, but I don't use them in day to day. So I've got their name, email, phone, and then my lead source, which I created a pre-populated pull-down list. I've got which lender I want them to use, and then I put their city statements for the house, right? And then and for those websites, I created this too for the websites that need updates once a week. I've got an automation that runs in and moves these buttons around, and I go from there, and it tells me what my referral source is, if it's realtor.com or UpNest or whatever, and then my other lead sources, they have specific. And then these are, so I've moved fields from around here to get these into the top 2. My URL sources is a folder I created. So if I come over here and I go to folders, my top folder is agent info. Folders. Oh, it's contact. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're in custom values, not custom fields.
Yeah, custom fields. Go here, and I got contact, and these are the fields that I rearranged from other areas. So this makes it easier for her to.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yep, and you just move around, and then you basically.
What's nice in here, guys, if that what Alan did, any of you guys can do, because there's a little hamburger icon. So if you want the lender to go above the phone field, you just drag and drop it. So you can move these around. You want last name, first name, you just move them around. And that's how they display on the contact record. And then every field, when you edit the fields, if you go back to fields, you could change and create your own folders. So you go to folders, you could add your own folder. Like Alan made a folder called John's Fields. And then he just took the fields and he moved them into John's folder. So that's how the contact is organized. It's by folder. So you have fields and folders. So like I have offer details is a folder, and then I have like the 10 fields we do for offers.
And then you tick this box at the top. If it's blank, it goes away. The blank fields go away, so it's easier to see the content.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
could you
I've got.
could you
Oh,
add
I'm
a
sorry.
field to add for trustee sales, the auction dates on here?
Yes, you can. I did add fields. I added in things like the lender. This is a radial button field that I did. I added this also, and I pre-populated my choices, my lead sources. And then I also added in this radial button field, and then these are URL fields that if there's a URL in here, it creates a, let's see if Smarty modified it for us so that if there's a URL in one of those fields.
Well, he's finding that, Kathy, your the trustee sale dates and those fields are already in here.
Okay. Okay.
And I can go here and look at the Zillow lead. So in these, if there's a URL in the field, you can click it. I don't know why it's not. Let me do this. It should have a, oh, here it is. They moved it. It used to be here. All right. Blind guy thing. You click it and it takes you right to the source.
This is awesome because I always scroll down to find on all these listings to find the Zillow link just to go see, like especially pre-foreclosures, is it still in that or not? So I'm gonna move that up. Right
So,
now.
and I'm a weirdo, as you might already know. I'm still using Follow Up Boss, only because not everything integrates with Go High Level. Zillow integrates with Follow Up Boss. There's other lead sources I have that also Smart Altos and a few other things that only integrate. My Rooster, my IDX only integrates with Follow Up Boss. So I have them integrate there, and I'm working on tying the two together so I can move data back and forth. But I'm using Zillow is a cheaper integration method than having someone spend a few $1,000s, $5,000+ to go run an integration for me. It's cheaper for me just to keep Follow Up Boss in there for $800. But yeah. So that's these folder things was a godsend for me because otherwise I'm inefficient. My vision that just is cumbersome to me and annoying as hell.
So I could create a folder and call it probate, and then because this is what I do in Mojo, I have the download and it's got all the information in there. It's got the administrator's information. It's got the attorney's information. It's got everything right there.
Add a folder, probate. Yep, we'll keep it in contact. So there you go. And then it got added to the bottom most likely. So I can go to folders now. There's a folder. And in here now you can add a field or move fields here.
And just add all the fields I want to that.
Right.
Okay. So I could do the same thing. I could create a folder for her calling it senior industry. And then in that would be the data, the fields that I want her to fill out. And
yep.
And that would be the only place she'd have to go.
Well,
that's
yes,
fantastic.
I'm familiar with probate to a point, but if you're
I think I follow this. This is great. Yeah, I didn't realize you could do that. So I create a folder. It would be just for the senior industry, and then I would have the fields that she would need to fill out, and she wouldn't have to scroll through all the other crap. That's great.
Right, but the thing is, you're going to have other business in your database besides probate. So you may want to, if you've got 10,000 records in your database and only 1,000 of them are probate related that you want her to work on, you may want to tag those 1,000 and have a smart list to filter. And then when this is what is within a contact record. You got to filter it down for her.
Okay. Yeah, I have a smart list set up for the senior space.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah,
that way she works on the smart list. Just having a folder alone is for the entire database, right? So
yeah. So I got one other question, Marty, then I won't ask any more of these beginner questions. I've got, again, because I have these other Go High level people, I've got multiple places here where it's asking for lead source. And I'm assuming one of them was yours. How do I determine that? How do I figure that out? You know, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, this is Alan here.
Hey, Alan.
I modified mine as well because I didn't. There's two there, and they both were useless to me.
Okay.
No offense, Marty.
Yeah. So all you do, guys, if I just heard what the question is, you any drop down value you could add to your value. So lead source is one of the fields, and you could put whatever lead sources you use as a realtor. So he has HAR, and he's got a big list of lead sources that Alan gets.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I did. That's what the lead source that I had. I've got everything, you know, that I get leads from. So the other one, just ignore it.
Ignore it. Yeah.
Okay.
Smarty, they automatically come in as contact source, not lead source. When you bring in from My Plus leads, it does not go in any field other than contact source.
I think contact source is a field that came in from My Plus leads.
Yeah. But I have an automation as they come in from My Plus
contact
leads.
source, guys. If you're using My Plus leads, just use contact source and put your sources in and get rid of lead source because it's the same thing.
But I didn't think I tried going in. I couldn't add other lead sources to contact source. Maybe I was doing it wrong.
Hold on, let's go find it. Oh, let's go back to all fields, contact.
I'm a minimalist. I just like to have it as
simple. Hit the check
as possible.
Hit the checkbox to the left, Alan.
Oh.
And then there's a button that says bulk actions. Then you can hit edit.
Oh, that's.
This one you can't. So this must be coming from either Go High Level. Maybe it's a default Go High Level field. I know.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I added it. I think that may have come from Go High Level.
So it was useless to me. That's why I moved it.
We also use because we could hide it from the contact is just use lead source and put your leads in there.
So now let's talk about this. Let's do an add field just to show you something, right? Let's just test. You get to pick. Let's edit it.
Hit the three dots and then hit edit.
I hate that. Okay.
Yeah. Where's your pop-up?
No, I don't see it. Well, let me go to contact and use the real one. You can choose what field type it is. Come on. Hello. I don't see it popping up.
All right, guys, I'm getting things to my cellar. We're scrambling to get this closing done.
Is this the Zudilio, Smarty?
No, this is my $1.3 million baby.
So here, these are
yet closed today.
These are.
Did they pay you?
No, nothing. I didn't get paid yet.
So these are field types, right? The lead source that you saw me do was a drop down, so you could add multiple sections to it. Oh, a single or I did multiple. Drop down multiple. You have radial select button. I can show you these two. These are the two I use. And then also the single line is one that I use. And then if you want numbers, phone numbers, you can use custom, these things. But these two I'll show you real quick on that. If you go to cancel, contact, and lead source, this is multiple. This is where you get to add. This is where you can come down to the bottom and add a new field if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done that. That's nice. I've been able to go in there and do that. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
That's what I did with the lead source because
Yep. And if I go
Alan, what I
to,
just figured out, if it says under type standard field, you cannot edit it. That is a fixed field.
okay. And then here's my update status. This is here it is, the type. It's a radial button. And then there you can add the radials, right? I have a routine that has a wait for 7 days, and it tells me, then it changes this to update needed. And then I have a smart list flagged on that. And when I do an update with make the phone call and update the lead source, my agent finder or realtor.com, then I go flip the update made. And after you do that for, I think I have it going for 3 months, then I flag it here to shut it off. So I'm no longer doing updates. So it's a way for me to keep myself accountable for updating the lead source, to keep myself in good standing with them.
Wow.
But I did that with a radial button and an automation.
That is way more detailed than I am. That's fantastic.
Well, I was an IT guy for 28 years. My mind thinks that way.
No, I've only been in this business, so I don't think that way. I wish I did. Most of the time when I'm listening to you guys, it's like speaking a different language. But thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Let me just get this text off, and now I'm going to show you one more thing. Juanita, why don't you go with your question while I'm doing this?
You got my email about my website issue?
Did you send it today?
Friday.
Friday.
I can text you about it later.
Yeah, I didn't see an email from you, Juanita. Did you send it to Smarty at Smarty the Realtor, or where'd you send it?
I did. Yeah, Smarty the Realtor.
Yeah.
Did you get my email too, Smarty? To the ProEdge email?
No.
I sent one to you on Friday, but you can ignore it now because I figured it out.
Yeah, for some reason I'm not getting inbound. Well, I'm getting emails, but something's wrong in my email system, because the last email was something's wrong with my email system. I gotta look at this tonight, because my last email was 6:56 a.m.
I'm glad to hear that, because I thought you were ignoring me because
Yeah, guys, I apologize if I'm ignoring everybody's email.
Did you update your Mac this morning?
Yep.
That's what it is.
Is that what it is, Francine?
Yep, because mine is doing the same exact thing. It's like crazy slow.
Oh shit. So guys, I apologize. I'm not ignoring everybody. But hopefully, did you find, is it just taking some time to catch up, Francine? I'll see if I get.
I don't know. It's not. It seems like
because like my title
sporadic.
Title keeps telling me I sent you an email, Smarty. I didn't get it. I sent an email. Yeah. Tom, you just sent me an email. I didn't get it. So
your Windows, you clean your Windows, it works out well.
Yeah.
What version are you guys running?
I'm running the latest on Mac.
Yeah, I just did an update.
Really slow.
I'm running 15.4.1. I don't know what hardware you have, but mine's running fine.
Yeah,
that's the latest.
Yeah, I'm not having a problem with mine either, Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not getting inbound. This is a Gmail inbox though, so it's Gmail.
So is mine.
So Gmail's not delivering.
Check your spam
folder. Well, go to Gmail's website and log in versus your app.
Yeah. No, I am. I'm on the website, Alan.
Then it's not your Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I'm just doing it through the browser.
Are you running it with the mail client, or are you running it with Gmail?
No, I'm just
Workspace.
running. I'm just running the standard inbox on Google. Huh. Yeah. So if I don't know if you guys have an email. If you want to try my personal email, it's like who was saying they sent me an email. Send something to smarty713@gmail.com and see if I get that email instead of Smarty the Realtor. If you have an urgent email for me, I'll take a look at it, see if it comes in.
Marty, I sent you an email about my account resetting. Did you see that one?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering, you guys were really quiet. I haven't heard from any of my customers.
I was
Marty,
one of
I
those with
just
two go high level past, and it apparently it got angry and just reset it, and now I have it thinks I'm a brand new account, but it didn't delete any of the stuff I have in there. And
That's
I've got a
great.
brand.
I'll look at your stuff too, Roy, to find out what's going on.
Yeah, I'll send you the it has the new counted tag at the top of it.
So, guys, I wanted to show you over the weekend. I was working on some new stuff. I'm still working on it. It's not on all my pages yet, but I sent out a training video on, I think it was on Saturday. I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at it yet, but I taught everybody how to build mega menus. So, did anybody build a mega menu over the weekend? I know Bob did. Bob has his mega menu running. Anybody else?
Was that an email?
It was I put it in the ProEdge community.
Oh, okay.
And it's also in the how-to course.
Okay.
So the how-to, if you just type in mega, you'll find that video I did. So let me show you what a mega menu does. So this is don't stress if you're like, oh, another thing I have to do, or I'm so far behind kind of thing. Mega menus are only really needed if you start getting really advanced and you have lots of pages on your website, like communities, and you want a better way to people to navigate, right? Than the menu that you currently have. Because the menu you have, is taking them to certain pages, but it doesn't open up the whole website, if you would. So what I did for the mega menu is like, this is what my mega menu looks like now. So when you go to search, I have just listed homes, personalized search, just reduced, so they can do a custom search. And this drives them to the individual pages to do that search. On the areas, I pulled in all the counties that have my community pages. So if they go in and say explore homes in Bucks County, it takes them to the Bucks County page, and then they have the homes for sale, and then they have the individual towns, so they can go into Doylestown and navigate this way. Okay, so that is that's how the mega menu works. So if I come back to Smarty the Realtor, and I did something similar for sellers, I just combined. Bob and I were collaborating a little bit for like sellers. I'm giving them basically their seller options. Services I offer the seller. So sell my home, instant value, market report, for sale by owner, your house just listing expired. And then I have the seller advantages, marketing strategy, pricing your home. And then I did something similar for the buyers. So I have buyer welcomes.
Marty, you're missing home, you're missing home offers easy in your sellers menu.
No, I call it list with a twist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have it list with a twist at the top.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then the about page, I did meet Smarter the Realtor, my digital card, and then I have meet our team. So the meet your team will come up with not that. This doesn't have a page yet. So it's like there's Francine and everybody Campbell. So meet the team. And then I have a do your call. So I'm still propagating it across my website. So not all the web pages are updated yet, but that's basically what I've done. And then the blog, I didn't make a mega menu. I just did the blog on its own. And again, that doesn't have a menu, so it's going to crap out on me. Because tonight I'm finishing up propagating it. So what do you guys think of the mega menu approach?
I love it. It's beautiful.
I think it looks amazing.
Does it look good?
I love those pictures.
And these pictures, by the way, this was last night. I'm drinking a bourbon, watching.
Are they AI pictures?
Yeah. So Francine, I'm drinking a bourbon, sitting on the couch with my wife. I'm watching a movie, and I'm like, you know what? I need some really good images for my mega menu. So I went into ChatGPT in my community project, and I said, now create me an image for every county that you've been working on for me. And these are the images it made. I'm like, holy shit.
Looks like my uncle's old house in Bucks County there.
Yeah, that's nice.
What's it look like when you scroll down on it?
So this is just the menu, and so the website's below it. So, but
I'm sorry,
what I do here now, based on what you click on, it takes you to the Philadelphia community page, and then this is a full page that has the market reports, homes for sale. Here's all the neighborhoods in Philadelphia they could explore. Here's restaurants, schools, commuter, favorite dining, and then working with an AI certified agent. So these are the community pages that we have. So it's a better way to just navigate instead of like, because nobody could find my communities on my regular website because they were just pages on my website with no navigation. So now it's fully navigatable. So they come to shop on my site.
I like the Bucks County picture with the bridge to nowhere.
Yeah, the bridge to nowhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, I love the horse farm in Chester, Delaware. Yeah, they did a really nice job. And then it also did all these. So, I had to create some of these. And I may change the color because I don't like the light blue, doesn't really match my color scheme. So I'm going to change up these images. And similar for the search. It was using this baby blue, which I didn't like as much. But the whole idea is like Just Reduced Homes will take you to Just Reduced Homes.
The best way to get a great deal on a new property.
Right? With your video, and then they could see all the homes by county. So that was my project over the weekend. And I'm still just kind of refining it right now. And then I did the phone because everybody should have the phone number at the top of your website. That's for Google credit. So we showed everybody on Friday how to get the phone number. So if you guys want, I can give you this custom mega menu as a template, and then you guys could build off of that. I showed everybody in training. There's also a training video on it now. I showed everybody in a training video. I think, I don't know if Melinda's on, but she was asking me, well, I think it was yesterday is when I uploaded that training video. So I showed everybody how to update your existing global header and replace it with a mega menu. And then you just take time to design that one page, the menu for the page, and then all the pages in your website will be updated. Any questions on that?
Go back to the mega menu under the areas. What happens when you go under Berks County? Is there something beyond there? It looks like it's cutting it off.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Go High Level about it because in the mega menu, it's not letting me scroll. It's scrolling here. I noticed that last night, Francine, because down here I started making these pictures smaller because it basically has the words like this, but it's not letting me scroll. So I want to talk to Go High Level about that to see if did I stretch the limit of a mega menu. I just may have to make the pictures a little smaller and tighten it up. But it's cool how it works, guys. So I have a full training on it in the course. If you come back over here and you're in the sites, going to my main website now. So in the mega menu, when you click on one, this is the mega menu, which does it this way. It's weird. It doesn't do it in runtime. But, if I wanted to play around with it, I could say, let's take these pictures and let's make them 150 by 200. Maybe if I switch everything around.
Cooking.
Something like that. And I'll play around with it so it doesn't scroll like you were seeing, Francine. So 3. I make that 175. So tighten it up a little bit. And then what you could also do is when you highlight these, like the blue, I can get to the blue. Get to the purple. I also have these paddings. So like for this guy, I can make this 5 just to tighten it up a little bit. And tighten this guy up. Yeah, that's better. So now you can see everything. So you see how you do trial and error, like when you're designing these mega menus, you're gonna, create them any way you want.
So Smarty, it's going to look different. You're on a 16-inch or 14-inch?
16.
Okay, so different resolutions it's going to look different. So
yeah.
How'd you make the search ones, the little blue ones you were making?
Oh, these? ChatGPT.
Oh.
But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go into Canva and make them the way I want them with my color scheme and then download those images and put them in. Basically, it's real easy. Like once you get them going, like if I go over here to search, right? All these are just images. So you come down here and you pick your image out of your library. So if I want that one, I just pop it in. So it's real easy to change the image once you have the design laid out.
And I don't know if you noticed, but the cell phone has my name on it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I grabbed that from your site.
I know.
I love it. I'm promoting it, Julius. So yeah, I'm going to probably just Canva these and make them more color scheme friendly. But I'm loving the whole idea of the mega menu because
you
now
can make that menu background transparent, so you don't have that dark blue.
Where?
The menu background.
Oh yeah. There we go. So we just cleaned up that blue, the darker blue that was on the menu. I had a color there. So now, but like what I want to do, guys, I have an iPad. I'm going to try it. What's it look like on an iPad? What's it look like on a desktop? Different resolutions and stuff, as Jonathan said, and may want to tweak some of these to look better on the smaller resolutions. So do you guys want this as a template or do you just want to design your own? You can follow my videos, real easy to build these. You could kind of build your own. Just watch
template.
Template,
Can't go wrong
Template.
having a template.
template. All right, I'll put the template in everybody's account and then just follow my videos. And obviously you're going to change Bucks County and all with your counties or however your counties or community pages are set up. But I asked ChatGPT for all this. So ChatGPT gave me like a really cool, for every message, it summarized each county. All right, guys. Any other questions? Not, we'll wrap up.
Yeah, hey, Smarty, Bill here. So, quick question to the group. This is for Quick Buy or any of our investor communities. They're buying single family homes. They're not doing like HOA lots or anything like that, are they? And of any of the investor guys that are doing that?
I know Quick Buy will buy HOA, but you have to cover the HOA fees, during the transition.
Yeah, but
they will do HOA and they will do townhouses because I'm doing 2 townhouses,
but not an undeveloped lot.
Not an undeveloped
Yeah,
lot.
in other words, it's got to have structure on it. So, are there any others like Zoomkasa?
None of those
that you know of, or
buy lots? Yeah, none that'll buy lots.
Yeah, I've got one that, it's amazing these cash plus, anybody that's not doing cash plus connectivity, this stuff is working really well. And so I'm coming across opportunities right now. Anyway, we've got one that bought they had a really nice house, but they overbought on their land. And so they're trying to turn loose they bought 2 lots, trying to turn loose of another lot. So I was just trying to figure out if we can get a buyer for it. Alan, it's up in High Meadows, so this is a nice area. If Alan's still on the line.
Yeah,
so
I've got a listing up in High Meadows, or
yeah.
I'm sorry, a Crown Ranch down the way.
Yeah, it's a nice area. So
how much is the lot and how big is it?
About 1.5 acres for about $250. So it's in the estate section. So anyway, just trying to figure out how to get somebody to buy that. So okay, you guys answered that. I got to go figure out.
Yeah, get another party, another investor,
another party, and
they want it.
Yeah. So all right, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Sounds good. All right, so Muhammad, I'll look at you, and Rory, I'll look at your account. You're having the issues. Kathy, I'll look at you to get you upgraded to the iList. And then anybody that has an email that you sent to me that you're waiting for my reply, send it to smarty713@gmail.com for now, just so I get your email. Michelle?
Hey, Smarty. I'm playing catch up a few weeks. I was wondering, I know a few Fridays ago, you mentioned that you and Bob were going to be working on like the Mark Spain survey type of deal. Did you ever do that?
Yep. Yeah, we built a survey for Mark Spain.
Okay.
So we could do some of that on Friday. I could add that to the agenda on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it in the learning center.
Yeah,
okay.
The surveys are working good, getting them through those surveys.
Smarty, when are we going to add the mailbox power class for doing that? You said you want to do that later.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday of next week?
Yeah, this Wednesday we'll do, we're covering mailbox power on Wednesdays.
Deposit system.
Is that the SEO?
And
no, not the SEO. This is just Wednesday. We're doing with Bob's course, with Bob's day, we're doing all the third parties. We're doing, well, not except for SEO. That's a whole different subject. We're doing listening to leads, mailbox power, and iList. Which, by the way, guys, I have a few minutes here, just real quick, is a strategy that I think it was Tom. I don't know if Tom is on. I think he may have left. Tom had a good idea that I thought was to share with everybody. Now that we have Falcon, he's getting a lot of action sharing the seller's view to Falcon. So what he did, let me just share my screen. Helping him out here. You already have the field. So if I come here to the cash offer platform,
he made it as the default now?
Yeah, well, not the default. What we're doing is, like, if I have this one for Newbury Court, he grabs the seller link for this seller, So you copy that link. And then what we're doing is for the seller, I'll give it to my wife. So as a seller, down here in the offer details, we have a link for the URL for iList, and we're just pasting it right there and saving. So now we have the Falcon offers for this homeowner. And then what Tom did was he created a brand new email template that uses this field. And we send the email to the seller and they click on it and they go right to see their offers on Falcon.
Is this someone that's already raised their hand that they've talked
Yeah.
to? Or?
Yeah. This isn't for everybody. This is when he's working with a seller and he wants to get him an offer. Because now the Falcon, the way it works is you, the realtor, have to put the address in and start the offer process in Falcon. So he knows he got a bunch of expireds. He knows he's going to tackle these six $500,000 plus homes in his neighborhood. He goes into Falcon. He generates offers for each one of them, grabs the seller link, puts it in those sellers' fields, and then he sends those sellers an email with their offer.
Hey.
Could you do the same thing with Zudilio? I'm part of this new seller source beta program where Zudilio's giving us leads.
Yep.
So I don't want to put it in through iList since they're Zudilio's leads, but is there a way to put the URL?
Yeah, you can put Kathy any URL in this field. So
okay,
if you have a Zudilia URL for their offers, you could just share that link there and send it that way as well.
Well, so a couple things, right? Smarty has a routine that will automatically populate that, depending how you operate. You can also create your own Zudilio URL and put it where you want in the contact record and then populate your own field.
Okay. And could you also do it for the home value report? Because they have two links.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Marty, give us Tom's workflow on that. Is that after a phone call with them? Is that a prospecting email?
No,
how is that being used?
He basically he does like Bob. He looks at conversations in the morning, who's reaching out. He gets a lot. He said, all right, I'm going to work on this guy's offer. He goes into iList or Falcon. He gets his offers. He updates, he opens the contact, sends him an email.
So these are people that have raised their hand.
Yeah, these are raised their hands. Because what Falcon doesn't have right now, guys, is we can't replace the Falcon URL for all the regular emails that go out and the home valuation emails. They're still using the old iList home value cash offer dashboard. So until Joe updates Falcon to allow us to redirect them to Falcon, we're still using the old home value cash offer platform.
You know if anybody's tried texting that link to see how it works?
Let's try it.
It works.
Yeah, it should work.
Yep. And Joe's getting close. He was supposed to deploy over the weekend, but he's running behind the contact record or that he hasn't rolled it out yet. He was 90% done on Thursday.
So there's a text. Oh, that's only to Juanita. Let me go to everybody. So that's my link. I have in an email, right? If you click on that, like a text message, Julian, that should open up the seller. If I just do it, if I click on it, it opens right up to the seller page. Because what he does, Campbell, is he also puts his traditional listing in Falcon, then he sends it.
Well, what I meant is, with the carrier blocking crap all the time, when we try to text it through go out level, is it gonna let it go through?
Yeah.
So
we could try it. Let's go in here.
Should be okay because they've already replied, right? Like it's not like
they replied. So if I go to Bill Bexley,
it took it out of.
Oh, it took, there we go. He's still over there. It went to the next one. Yeah, so it went, Julian, it went out. Bill, are you still on? He's maybe in the car.
Yeah, I'm still here. I've just pulled over because I heard my name. So I went, oh, here it is.
I just sent you a text. Click on it and see if the offers come up on the screen.
Yeah, I said, I understand you're driving, but I understand we'll send text, please. Check the link when it's safe to go. Yeah, and then you said,
what's the link look like on your phone? Is it just an
no. It says, hey, Bill, here are the offers we discussed. And then click.
It just has the word click?
No. It says tap. You say you tap it and it goes through. Yeah, you tap it and it goes through and has homes directly to looks like Falcon.
The raw link was changed to the word click.
No, well, no, I'm saying click. Let me go back to my text. It says, "Hey Bill," "Hey Bill," and it has the offers we discussed, and then it has the thumbnail. Tap it to go to the offers. So it gives you a very clear plan. Click here to go to the offers, and then you click, and it has the picture of the house, has the address, and then all the offer stuff like we're seeing on Falcon. This one is showing offer rate 75, fees, etc.
Cool.
And then dual close, single close, all that. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so I think that's a really good play what Tom's doing.
Yeah, that's cool. Really good.
Is he just sending out an email? I think I missed part of what you said, Smarty.
He's sending out an email.
And if they click on it, then they'll get to see what it is.
The offers, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a good play that he started doing because he was asking me, can I get the seller link and where do I put it in Go High Level? So I talked to him this week. I said, just use the URL on the contact, and then in your email template, you just say, use that field for the, what I told him was make a trigger link for the Falcon offer. Because remember, trigger links are awesome because you could track when they click on it and all kinds of stuff. So I think in here, what we did was we created a trigger link and just put that field in. Let me see if it's in here.
But didn't we turn that off, the tracking for that, or?
No, trigger links are different. You turned off tracking in an email campaign.
Smarty, is he using the standard campaign for expired leads, or is he doing something different?
No, he's doing the same campaigns we are.
Okay.
So this could be, because we've been doing follow-ups with SMS, this would be a much healthier way to do SMS.
Yeah. Now that we went through, Bill, this is a nice way to text a seller your offers. So all I did for Tom, and you guys do the same thing, is, and if you want, when I give you the mega menu, I could just give you the custom value, and I won't have the template, but at least the custom value will be there. But all I'm doing is I'm pulling the URL from the contact record is behind that custom value. So when they open it up, from the email, you're just going to put that in the email that you send them or the text message.
Smarty, before we were leaning in the direction of not showing people cash offers until we got with them, how is he bridging from that to a kitchen table meeting or a Zoom call to talk to them to move it forward?
I think how he gets away with it now is you put your listing on and you put other offers in the report you're giving them, so they've seen the number they want to sell it for.
And they're reaching back out after that text to them, wanting to take the next step of
have a conversation.
Talking. Yeah, because that's the holy grail is either a Zoom call or a face-to-face meeting with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing the people that are, Campbell, I'm seeing the people engage, and then from, they're saying, well, we didn't get the email, right? So if they're not getting the email, instantly or whatever, something gets caught up. This is that link. And then I mean, it's
Yeah,
almost
sending
like
them a
real
check is
time. You
like the
could
holy
just,
grail because they are
yeah.
going to get
I
attacked.
mean, yeah, uh, yeah. People respond to that. I agree. This is really good. So you're just sending that link, right, Smarty? That's all it is. The iList
Yeah,
link,
yeah, just the iList, the field, this trigger link.
the field. Yeah, the trigger link. Yeah.
Yeah, the Falcon
Okay.
offer
Yeah.
presentation.
Then you come up with some.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then come up with some
Yeah,
text
and
to go
then
with
no,
that, and then
there's another training I did for you guys. This is something that everybody should do because I think Bill, when I sent it to you, you said it looks different. I wonder if it's because I did a branded domain. Inside of Go High Level, guys, they give you the ability. Let me show you. There's a training video how to do it. If you go to settings and you go to your business profile, down here, there's an item called branded domain. And you need to put
Smarty, I'm gonna.
there's a training on how to do it. Like when I modify it, you're gonna basically put a C name into your DNS, but I did link.smarterthanrealtor.com. And I think, Bill, I'll test this week with Sharon and stuff, Bill, but I think because I have a branded domain, you didn't see this ugly thing come across your text message. It just said,
Yeah,
whatever, click here.
yeah. I just sent you since I'm driving. I sent you on a text. I sent you what I got. I just sent you a screenshot. I don't know if you can port that over real quick. You maybe can show everybody, but that's what I'm seeing. And then of course, I have my responses when I'm driving, but I pulled over.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Bill, out of curiosity, who's your
Yeah.
cell phone with? Who's your carrier?
Verizon.
Got it. T-Mobile's the one that's so tough to get through on.
Yeah,
That's
I've
my
heard
phone.
T-Mobile
I'm on
and a
T-Mobile.
little bit of AT&T.
You can test against my phone. I'm on T-Mobile.
Yeah, T-Mobile, Jonathan, has the heaviest filtering.
I know. I love
it. By design.
The love-hate relationship, Jonathan.
I love being a consumer of it, but I hate being a marketer to it.
Yeah.
Is that your cell phone, Campbell?
Their phone ringing here, but I was muted, so you wouldn't have heard it.
No, on the screen, Campbell. He's going to text you. Is that your phone number?
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone right now. Just ate dinner with the family, and I'm watching this.
All right. See you soon. Love you. Please stop.
Oh, wait. Before I do that, I need to give you a offer. That would help. So I'll give you Taney Street.
Smarty, doesn't that record also show up when you pop up the links that go along with it? That's what Joe was showing us earlier, the seller look, the buyer look, and
offer submission.
Oh, yeah, you have different links. I just gave you the seller one, is what I'm doing.
Okay, I'll wait till it comes through. I'll tell you.
I wonder if I do. Well, for right now, I'm just going to give you this. Let's try it with this. Oh, I don't have Falcon in here. Did you get it, Campbell? You're unmuted.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm sitting there looking for it because you sent it to my 7484 number, so that's directly to the cell phone. And mine's AT&T.
Did you check it? Are you on an iPhone?
I'm on my iPhone.
Did you check the other buckets that it goes into?
What other buckets, Sean? I don't have any others.
Well, if you're on the iMessage app, if you go back to your, do you have a filters back on the top?
Only thing I've got on the top of my screen is edit and make a message. That's it.
You don't see filters on the left?
There are no filters on my iMessage program here.
Yeah,
not on AT&T.
Neither are mine, Jonathan.
I don't have them either.
I think that is a T-Mobile feature, to be honest, and that's part of what lets you filter so much stuff out.
I had it on my Verizon too. I think there might be a setting for it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's the back arrow for filter. It says it has the left arrow, and then it says filter.
Yeah.
That opens it up.
So that's got to be in settings. So go to settings.
I'm going into settings right now. I'll look for it. Go in settings under messaging. Alt messaging app is messaging. And I'm not seeing any filters here at all. I've got an option for filter unknown senders, but it's not clicked because I want to make sure I get messages from people who I don't have in my database.
There is a button called filter unknown senders.
That means, Smarty, that is the iPhone setting that if somebody's not in your contacts and you do that, then it will not come through. If you remember me talking before, several times you put the name, I sign it, thanks Campbell. That way, the next time it comes up, it will say possibly Campbell, and it will come through that filter because now there is a way for them to put a possible name with it. Otherwise, it just will not go through.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, guys. So what I'll do is I'll package up for everybody the mega menu and the unsubscribe features. So you guys will have those in your account. There's training videos on both, so you can see how to use them to create the mega menu. And then this week I'm going to work on some new email templates for version 6 for the sellers that we talked about.
Oh, thank you.
Try to get those in.
I missed the phone number, so that was in last Mondays or Fridays?
Oh, the last Fridays we were talking about having the phone number in the mega menu.
Fridays, okay.
Yeah. Having this phone number up here, and they click on it and it calls.
And that's in the training module, correct, Smarty?
Yeah, mega menus and training.
Okay, I'll get to it eventually.
Hey, Smarty, since I'm still shut down with my phone number, that wouldn't work then, right? Or can I?
Yeah, having a phone number for them to call, unless you put your cell phone for right now and then switch it over to your other number.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, you could do that so you at least get a phone call.
Am I going to be in jail forever?
No, you shouldn't.
I mean, it's been like, I don't know how many months. Like, ugh.
Oh, Campbell, I have Mailbox Power looking at your account. For some reason, you have 2 accounts on Mailbox Power on my agency. So you have up here it says you're not registered, and then down here you're registered.
See what you can do about straightening that out because I didn't sign up twice. I never did anything with them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking at it right now to figure that out. But everybody else that signed up should be up and running.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right, guys, have a good night. Hopefully I'll get this closing. It's not going to happen in the morning, but maybe Wednesday.
Good luck, Smarty.
Have a good one.
Make it happen.